until 10:30 tonight. Dom?
Yeah, I mean, it's 7 years ago, but it's your 7th anniversary of being appointed manager this weekend. So you've spent like 10 minutes talking about like things that might be wrong with the team in terms of sorting issues out from one thing and another in terms of like tactics and whatever. But when you go back 7 years, the problems that you have to sort then to get Liverpool to where you wanted them to be, there must be what you've got to do now must seem small in comparison to what you had to do there. The problems, what I'm saying is the problems that you've got to face going forward aren't as big as what you had to solve when you were coming in.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember the problems anymore. Let me go into it, and then I think, okay, what were the problems? I had no players in that week, so to train, and we had to play Tottenham at the weekend. That was a big problem, to be honest. But they came only on Wednesday and Thursday, and we played Saturday. Was it early kickoff as well?
Yeah,
of course. So that was my problem. I don't compare. It's not important. What was 7 years ago? Really not. The thing is that we have to bring in consistency. That's what I expect from us. Honestly, that's it. And I know with opponents and stuff like this, it's more. You can never get guarantees for the results, and we never could. But performance level, we should start now. And actually, if you want, the last 3 games, we got 7 points. We won against Ajax, we drew against Brighton, and now we won against Rangers. I know it's not the league, but it's like 3 rather positive results, and Brighton after 2.5 weeks break, stuff like this. You can see it in 2 ways, but I'm not interested in that too much as well. But it's important that we are now a bit more in line, and let's go from here. So it's the way on the extremely high level the boys delivered in the last 3 years. It's difficult to get that all the time, but we expect it from us, first and foremost, to be 100% honest. And the boys do it as well. So, now, let's go from here.
You were asked about Darwin Nunez just at the start, really. There are rumors. What more does he need to start scoring the goals you want?
I think he said himself, he feels the pressure, these kind of things, he has to calm himself down, all these kind of things. You can see that the movements are exceptional. And if you would see him finishing in training, you would think, whoop, my God. So, but in the games, obviously, then a bit in a rush, needs to calm down just in a moment to use his full range of finishing. But it's not something, as a striker, you just have to feel that, and then we'll go from there. So, not to change, just to keep going, actually.
Tim, last one in this section.
Is Darwin a confident person? I don't mean a confident player, but he's a confident person because he's 23, he's just come over to this country, he doesn't really speak the language.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Good morning. Let's go. Yeah.
Because we sometimes forget the fact he's a very young
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you get it from time. He's a kid as well, how they all are in moments. But he's a confident person as well, but not a grown-up man already. We all know you can have a baby and still we have to grow still as well as a man. That's clear, but it's all fine. It's all fine. Our job is now. So obviously, people told me that. There was the headline, and I actually don't understand a word of what he's saying. Yeah, I know that. It was the same with Bobby Firmino and other players. Bobby, maybe a big part of Bobby's success was that he didn't understand a word what I said, maybe, because he did everything right without understanding me. And for Darwin, it's now slightly different. But we have a completely different situation. So he gets all the necessary informations, obviously. We have Spanish speaker in the coaching staff and in the team as well. So that's all fine. No, I understand that you asked, but I would say it's all fine. It was not a perfect start. He has a 3-game suspension, though. You cannot get rid of them, and now this is still here. So he's an aggressive player. He's emotional, but this should never happen again, and these kind of things. You are a bit in between that. There are a lot of things, and then the opponents go for it. But I really like his movements. That's really good. That's natural, and that's something we didn't have in that way before. And that's what I like, and that's why I'm sure that everything will be fine. But so far, what is the worst situation? The worst thing what can happen when you come in as a striker into a new team? That your team is not playing exceptionally well, because you depend on the things they bring to you. So that's happened. So now we can judge two things, but we cannot. We have to judge one thing. In a moment when we perform consistently to our level and beyond, then you need a striker to finish all the situations off we create then. So that's it.
Final embargo section for our colleagues in the summer. I did